Hey guys, MonkeyMan here. Today we're going to talk about the Vaporshark rDNA 40. Well, let's talk it up one time. I like it. Fits good in my hand. It's got the little clickety buttons, the wattage up and down, the power button. When you hit the power button, it turns blue. When you go to charge it through the USB port, the power button glows red, and when it's fully charged, it glows green. This is a very nice unit. Well, let's head down to the tabletop. Let's check it out. Let's check out the specs. Here's the little box that comes in. Here's the unit itself. The box. If I can get this thing out of here, jeez, everything's channel proof. Underneath this plastic piece, you get the USB charging cable. Other than that, that's about it. If you're looking for the instructions, all the instructions, once I get this thing back in the box, it's right on the sides of the box. Alright guys, on one side of the box it tells you all the different modes that comes with the rDNA 40, such as lock mode, power lock mode, screen mode, left and right mode, and stealth mode. And it shows you how to do that right here. And then on this side you got the UPC, and then on this side it gives you the specifications of the unit itself, and then on this side you got the Vaporshark symbol. Here's the device itself. Here's the micro USB port right here where you can charge and vape at the same time. This is the up and down wattage and how to change your modes. This is your power button. When you hit it to fire it, the ring glows blue. When you are charging it with the USB port, it glows red. And then when it's fully charged, it glows green. The battery that comes with the unit from Vaporshark itself is a LG HE2 18650 battery, and it comes with the unit, which is really nice. One thing that this unit does do that I really like is you can only put the battery in one way. If you decide to put the battery in the other way, which I will show you, this is what happens. If I can get it in the dang hole. And that's what happens when you put it in backwards. The cover is also magnetic, which is really nice. Just come in, put it in, and slide it on, and it fits like a glove when it wants to fit. What's also nice about this unit, it also comes with this silicone type cover case, or case cover, odd cover, whatever you want to call it. I can't think right now. So it fits like a glove. It makes this matte finish on the outside of the Vaporshark nice, but it makes it even nicer with this. It feels really comfortable in my hands. As you can see from the screen, I just put the battery in there. That's what it looks like that. Okay, it's a very large screen compared to the Vaporshark DNA 30, which is much smaller than this, or the or the DNA 40, which is smaller. This is considered like a version 2 of the unit. To put it into lock mode, you just click it 5 times. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And right now, as you can see, if I try to fire, it's locked. To get out of this mode is 5 more times. Is 1, 2. And it's done. Now I'll say check atomizer because I don't have one connected. Now, if you want to change the temperature setting, you have to lock it first. Okay. Then you need to take these 2 buttons and hold them down. And what you'll say to change temp is to hold it down. It's naturally on off right now. Now, as you can see, it will go all the way down to 200 Fahrenheit, and also does Celsius, but you can figure that out which one you want to set it at. And it goes all the way up to 600 Fahrenheit. I can't see this thing backwards. That's what it is. Let's do it the other way, using the plus. Is this going to be this complicated for me so I can't do it on the LCD screen? There it is. Once you go past the Celsius, then it'll kick over to Fahrenheit, and then you just gotta fine tune it with your finger, that's all. Okay? To get it out of this mode, so right now it's set at 420 Fahrenheit. I'll show you. I'll go up to 600 now. And there's 600, that's the max. To get it out of this mode or set it to this mode, all you have to do is set it to whatever Fahrenheit you like and hit the power button 5 times. And then you'll see it on the bottom right here. It says Fahrenheit and whatever temperature you set it at, which is 550 degrees. Now, another thing you can do is stealth mode. So, which means that this screen will turn black. You won't see it. So, lock it. And then what you need to do is you need to hit the power button and the minus button. Okay? And hold it down. And there, now it's normal mode. Then it'll change. And it'll say to stealth mode. To get out of this, to lock it in. There. Now no matter what I hit, you won't see anything on the screen. To get out of this mode, lock it. Hit the minus button right here. And the power button. And then I'll go back to normal mode. And there you go. So now you can see the screen. So five clicks in. And there you go. Alright guys, the buttons on this thing. The top button, especially the power button, if you listen, it makes a slight click, 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 click noise. So they are very clickety. All of the buttons are like that. Very responsive. However, if you do decide and you put this silicone case on, all the clickety noise from these two buttons disappears, because if you look, this itself covers the two buttons, and then the power button is left open. So the only thing that you're gonna hear is the power button. But how many people you know go like this with their mod all the time and listening for the clickety buttons? I do not. It's not a big thing for me. Now, let's talk a little bit about the temperature control on here. You can set the temperature control, as I showed you earlier, on here with no issues. As you can see right now, it is set to 450 degrees. So what that means is, because this mod uses a nickel build, or nickel wire only, which is an Ni200, if you put a tank in here with a nickel coil and you hit the button, it'll go up to 450 degrees in this particular point. It'll go up to 450 degrees and it'll stop, and it's always also set at 20 watts. So you hit the fire button, it'll fire up to the 20 watts, up to 450 Fahrenheit, 450 degrees Fahrenheit. At that point, your wattage will come down, but it'll hold it at the 450 point. What happens is, and I'll show you. So we're gonna fire. I gotta unlock it. And if I fire it, as you can hear it. Now, did you see that? It said temperature protected, which means that it reached the 450 degrees. What's nice about this is that you will not be getting dry hits. You will not be getting burnt hits. And you'll be saving your coil, because you will be only firing up to a certain degree, which is really kind of nice. I'm very excited about this. If you put a temperature coil in here, it'll work with this device, no problem. This device will also work if you use a regular coil, like a regular Kanthal coil. The difference between the two is, if you have temperature control on and you put a Kanthal coil on your tank or rDNA or whatever it might be, it won't sense it, as in the temperature control won't work for that particular coil. Now, since I have a Kanger Mini on here, the coils look just like this. They have this blue ring around them, and they tell you on the packaging themselves that this coil is only specifically has to be used with a mod that has temperature control. If it doesn't use it, don't use it. That's what it tells you not to do, or to do, depending on how you look at it. These coils are also rated between 20 and 40 watts, if I'm not mistaken. Don't have my glasses on right now, so it says that somewhere on this coil, so Yeah, 20 to 40 watts. The regular OCC coils goes between 15 and 30 watts. So, one of the other features on this rDNA 40 is that you get right and left-handed mode. As you can see by the numbers, it's right side up so you can see it. But what if we turned it around like this? Now you can't see it because it's upside down. So what you have is the right and left-handed mode. And to access that, you hit the negative button, the power, after you lock it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's locked, as you can see. You hit the negative button, the power button. And that's not it. It's the plus button, sorry, plus and the power button. And now it's on the left side. Now it'll switch over, it'll say right. And there's right. Now if I hit the power button, as you can see, it's right side up again. Now if you want to go back the other way, you do the same way. You hit the plus and you hold on the power button. And it'll change it to the left. And to get out of this, just hit 5 times and it'll go back. Now, what does that do entirely for you? It all depends on how you hold your mod. So if you hold it with the fire button out and you look, it'll be upside down. If you change it to left mode and you hold it with the power button out and you look at it, then the screen, the LCD, will be turned right side up towards you. It's just a pure cosmetic feature type thing. Do I really need it? It doesn't really do anything for me. Also, another feature of this rDNA is that, the rDNA, is that if you hold down these two, the plus and minus button, it will say this. It says power locked, hold up and down. What that means is that whatever wattage it is set at, as in this case 19.9, if you turn around and hit this button, it'll fire. And if you try to increase the wattage, it will not. It'll stay where it's at. To get out of this mode, just hit these 2 buttons, and it'll go back. The device does not have to be locked, so you don't have to hit that 5 times on this. And then once you hit it, it'll go up, and then if you want to change your wattage, you can. So that's not an issue whatsoever. And if you don't use this unit while, say, you're charging it for X amount of time that goes by, the unit will go dim. It won't go off because you cannot turn this device off. However, you can lock it with the 5 clicks. At that point, you can't hit the buttons, the up and down buttons. You can't fire. You won't be able to do anything. This rDNA Evolve chip does not turn off. However, if you go to charge it, let's say, and you put it on your computer and charge it for several hours, even though the charging takes an hour and a half, the screen will go blank. And when you hit the power button, it'll come back and it'll give you the Evolve chip right here, the Evolve rDNA 40. That's what it'll say when you crank it over. Then you'll be fine. Alright, let's go on top and we'll talk about more features of this, the plus and minuses, and we'll go from there. Sorry guys, final thoughts on this Vaporshark rDNA 40. I love this device. It's my first temp control device, and it's a wonderful piece of unit. It works, it sits in my hand very nicely, very firm. It's small enough, it just works. I also like it because I can, granted there's others out there, but I can vape and charge at the same time. There's something in here and it's called zip charging, which means that this is the only mod that I know of so far that can charge full battery from an absolutely dead battery in 1 hour and approximately 35 minutes. That's ridiculously fast. Another thing I like about it is the magnetic door. Although, with that being said, the magnetic door, I wish the battery, with the magnets, they only have one magnet on here, which is right here. I wish that they put it a little bit stronger. Literally, you can just move it with your finger, and I don't really like that. Also, there is a ribbon in here that holds the battery down, or actually when you pull it out. If the ribbon is too long and you go to close this, it will catch right in the center right here, and then it won't close. And that's a problem for me. Is it huge? No, of course not. But it's a cosmetic thing, and I don't like it. Another thing I like is this big, huge, giant screen. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting old and I can't see anything. But with this big giant screen, it works. Another thing I like is this little silicone case. Is it easy to put on? No, none of them are. But they do get better. And see, now I'm going to sit here and try to put this on for you guys. And I'm going to look like a total dweeb. And when I get it on, this motherfucker, then I say, look, easy peasy lemon squeezy. It works. And it does. And I love it. I've spoken to multiple people and resources regarding the Evolve chip with the LCD issue. And everybody is basically stating the same thing. Everybody that has the rDNA Evolve chip, whether it being the Vapor Flask, the Vaporshark, the HANA mods with the rDNA 40 chipset in it, they all do the same thing. Whether you get it right out of the box or it'll happen days or weeks later. Is there a fix? Right now, the only thing you can do in case of the Vaporshark is send it back to the company and they will not fix it, as far as I know, but they will resend you another one. Now, this particular unit of mine, I've had 3. I've had 3 within the past 2 days. All of them gave me the same issue out the box. This one, it took about 4 hours until it started going glitch. The second one was within a half an hour, and the first initial one was, I was so overjoyed, I got a Vaporshark, did it after about 3 hours. Here's the issue I was speaking about on one of the cons for this device. Because of the Evolve chip, it'll give you this glitch, they're calling it, on the screen, which is this right here, which looks like multiple images on top of itself, and then the words will scroll either right to left or left to right. Another issue that comes up with this, which I had this morning, is this. It was flickering. I'll play it back for you guys and you can see how pissed off I was.
7:21 in the AM. Friday. What the hell?
Well, thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe down here. Thank you and have a great day. MonkeyMan out.